All right, good morning to you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I'm so glad to be with you on this morning. Listen, it is a wonderful Friday morning. I'll say it again, it's a wonderful Friday morning. Why is it a wonderful Friday morning? Because you and me, your family, my family, we're alive. We might not be doing the best that we want to be doing, but we are alive. And that counts for a lot. So I hope and pray that your family is doing well. So again, welcome to Family Morning Transformation. If this is your first time, my name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am an empowerment speaker, board certified Christian counselor, and a family restoration specialist, a family coach, where I come in to grow, build, or rebuild your family dynamic. I do these Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And I want to, in this live is for to give you some information, right? Some inspiration, but also to transform you in your family. So please share this if you care. I really appreciate your support and the time spending time with me. What I want to talk about for a few moments this morning is reconnecting to your adult child. A lot of you have adult children that you love, and I'll say it again, that you love, but there has been some disconnect. Um, you two, or however many kids that you have, you don't connect like you should. It's been a long time since you've had a real conversation. You might text them, or they might text you here or there, but when you guys sit down or you talk on the phone or you sit in person, it's not like it used to be. And you've seen that that child has changed. They have grown. They're probably married now, or they have your grandchildren, but you two don't really get along. You don't have that relationship like you had when they were younger, and it's bothering you. It's putting a strain on your relationship. Something happened. Maybe it was a argument. It was a disagreement, and something happened, and just from that, and it was been years, and it was never resolved. And you're looking for things to be resolved, and it hurts because you don't even get to see your child every single day. You don't get to talk to them because they're busy, just like you are. But you want to reconnect to them. And it's important to be able to reconnect back to your adult child, because let's face it, all of us, including your child, including yourself, we're all getting older, right? And I'm not saying this to be detrimental or any kind, but life changes, people change, situations change, and it's hard when you don't have the relationship that you want to have with your child, your adult child. And a lot of times, and I'm going to say this, a lot of times things don't change in the relationship with your adult child because you two haven't put the work in. You really have to put the work in. You literally have to like sit down and you have to put the time in, and you have to put the effort in. Because a lot of children might not have your child. Let me just say your child. Your child might feel the way that you taught them, maybe everything wasn't the greatest or the worst. But they felt like there were certain times that you weren't there for them. They might have said that to you, or they imply that in their conversations, and they were angry with you because of what you felt, they felt that you have done to them. And one thing that I want to say is your relationship with your child not only is important, it's never too late to change that relationship, but the relationship to reconnect to your adult child is going to take some work. And the way it's going to really take some work, you're going to have to be as honest as you can be about the things that they feel like you have done to them. So you have to take some responsibility. Even if you don't fully understand, you have to ask questions. And that's number one. You have to ask questions. Maybe you don't remember certain examples that they might bring out of things that they felt like you've done to them. But you got to ask, well, honey, when did I do this? When did I do that? Ask questions. Ask as many as questions as you can. And that's number one. But number two is listen. Listen to your adult child. You may not even agree. You might feel like they're going overboard or how they feel, but you have to remember that's their feelings, not yours. It's their feelings of how they feel at that particular time. And that is your responsibility as the parent of this adult child is to hear them. I'm not saying that they have to talk to you any kind of way and yell and swear. That's not necessary, right? That's being disrespectful. We all know that. What I'm saying is you do have to, if you want to work on your relationship with your child, you got to hear what they have to say. And you might not agree. And a lot of you probably won't agree. But to fix your relationship, to make your relationship better with your adult child, you got to listen. You got to hear what they have to say, right? And you also got to look at yourself and say, well, maybe I did say that in that way, but there was a reason why I said that. This is a reason why I taught you the certain way or I parent you the certain way because I had to. A lot of you parents had to do what you had to do in those particular times with your adult child or adult children for them, for your whole family to survive. I'm gonna say it again. Some of you parents had to make ultimate sacrifices over and over. You couldn't let them do certain things. You couldn't let them go certain places because of the company that your child might have been keeping at that particular time may not have been very a safe place for them emotionally, mentally, relationally, physically, as well, or even spiritually. But you got to be able to explain with details. That's number three. Explain. This is what happened. This is why. Because you're starting to unlock some questions that they have in their minds. And if they don't have these questions answered by you, especially if they're willing to talk, then you gotta be open. So you have to ask questions, right? You have to listen, but you also have to answer with detail and get an understanding. And that's number four. Get an understanding of where your child is coming from. Well, some of them might have some hatred. Some of them might have some emotional disturbances. They might have some relational problems because of the relationship they have with you. But it's so important for you to really hear what they're saying, to listen to what they're saying, right? Be respectful of what your child is saying and take in what they're saying. Because if you're not taking it, if you're not taking what they're saying seriously, that's going to even make the relationship that you have with them even broader. And what I mean, more separate. You don't want to do that. You want to work on that relationship with your child, your adult child. And these days and times, it is important to do that because even though your adult child is grown, they still need you. That's my last thing that I will say. They still need you. They still need your guidance. They still need your voice. They still need to hear from you because if they don't hear from you, how will they figure out how to really parent well? How can they figure out certain questions that they might have as an adult child that has children, that has a husband or has a wife? They still need you because you are their gift. So you have to do all that you can If you're willing, if that's what you want, if you want your relationship to be better with your adult child, well, there's certain things that you're going to have to sacrifice. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice this mouth. I'll say it again. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice this mouth. What is that? What do I mean by that? Sometimes you got to be quiet. You got to listen. Sometimes you got to be quiet and listen to your child. Listen to their heart. Listen to their thoughts. Listen to what they're saying so that you can get an understanding of why it has taken so long for you and your adult child to get along, to have a regular, meaningful conversation, to have a healthy relationship, which is so needed. Do you know how many parents that want a relationship with their adult child and don't have it? They want to see their grandchildren, but they can't see them because they don't get along with their adult child. And I'm just telling you how things are in these days and times. With all the shootings, the killings, people being sick and uh, dying. It's not worth it, y'all. It's not worth it. You gotta do what is necessary. And a lot of you want your relationship with your child again. You want to be able to talk to them again. You want to be able to just go out and hang out with them and go to dinner with them. Have it go just text them and say good morning. You want them you want them to text you sometimes to check on you. Not because you're sick, not because you're frail, just to say, Mom, thank you. Or Mom, how are you? Or Dad, how are you? That's what you want. A lot of you want that. And the way that you get that, you got to listen when you have these conversations. You got to talk in with detail. You got to respond with detail to their questions. But you got to love too. You got to love. So in my closing this morning, there is somebody out there that wants their relationship with their child. That's the result that you want. That's the result that you need. You need that child, that adult child back in your life because you feel empty. You feel empty because they're not there. You feel empty because you love them and you raised them. They came from you, Mom, but they're not with you right now. They're living their life, but they're not with you. You want to be a part of their lives. You want to be a part of your grandchildren's lives. Dad, you love your child. But every time y'all talk, it's always an argument. And I know it hurts you. It's beating up on you. But it doesn't have to be like this forever. It doesn't have to stay like this. Sometimes all you need is some extra support. I want to be an extra support with my program to bring you and your adult child back together because I believe that's what you want. I believe that's what you need. And because that's what you want and that's what you need, I want you to do me a favor right now. I want you to click on the link in my bio on all my social media platforms. And I want you to click on that link and I want you to sign up for your free 30-minute consultation call with me. And I want you to know that I'm going to do all that I can to bring your family back together. I guarantee that there will be a change in you and your adult child's relationship. I guarantee that things will be better. I guarantee if you put the work in and that child puts the work in, they're willing to work, you will see results. So click on that link right now and sign up for your consultation call. And I want to help you rebuild your family dynamic and that relationship with your adult child. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Please check me out in the morning at 8:30 a.m. on this wonderful Saturday, this wonderful weekend. I believe I'm already speaking it. And I'll check you guys out at 8:30 tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time and have a great and blessed afternoon. Peace.